All right. Good morning, everyone. This is Bill Seeger, co-director of the EMBA program with my great colleague, Randy Napier. And this morning, we are pleased to have Terry Sullivan, one of our executive coaches. And this is the third in a series on our executive coaches, which I believe every one of them is a diamond in the rough and gives our program a very unique advantage relative to others, given all that they can do for our EMBA students. So Terry, good morning, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I hope you're doing well.
Oh, thank you so much for the invite, Bill. It's an honor and pleasure to be here this morning.
Well, thank you. And we're honored to have you. I wanted to start off by giving our listeners a little bit of background about you, and then give you a chance to add in any details I might have missed that you want to emphasize in relation to what you do for our EMBA program. But before you founded BuzzPro, your current company, director of marketing for Verizon Communications, and you launched many important national marketing programs that gained hundreds of thousands of customers for Verizon. And I guess after all those great successes, you wanted another challenge, so you decided to found BuzzPro, correct?
Right.
Now an integrated marketing and social media marketing and training company that's nationally recognized. And you work with your clients to show them how to fill their sales funnels with more sales using advanced LinkedIn branding and social selling strategies. And thus, in the halls, it used to be face-to-face in Fort Worth, we refer to you as Mr. LinkedIn. So,
well, thank you. You make Bill. I'm honored. Thank you. You made my day. Well, thank you very much. It is such a pleasure to be talking with you this morning, Bill. So here's the thing: I was with Verizon for 14 years. Before that, I was with various technology companies. And just to kind of even take a step before that, I got my MBA and BBA from Texas State University. So I really have an affinity for working with universities. In 2010, I formed BuzzPro, where your buzz is my biz, and I really started off helping 100% of the job seekers during the Great Recession. Right, so I would help over 300 people one-on-one craft their brands and help them land jobs. And a very funny, interesting thing started happening, Bill. They started landing jobs, and then they referred me to their C-level executives at their companies. And then I was getting calls from businesses to train their executives teams and their sales and marketing teams. So at any rate, in 13 and 14, I did a tremendous amount of presenting across the country. Much of it pro bono, just to kind of get my brand out there. But one of my favorite clients was UTA. And in 2013 and 2014, I worked with Melody McGee over in the business department. Mm-hmm. And I would give 3 to 5 free presentations to all the graduate and PhD students and the undergraduate students. I would just go to some big auditorium at the business building and give free presentations. And then from there, I met John Laudenschlager, who was at the time responsible for the UTA Executive MBA program. And then I started working with the program back in 2015. So I've been happily very honored to work with you and the UTA Executive MBA team for the last 5 years.
And we're happy to have you. That's great. I was wondering if you would take us through the steps. Think of me, if this works for you, think of me as a EM candidate, and I've come to you, and we're going to kind of simulate how you would help one of our candidates in our program. If you could take us through that.
Oh, I would love to. Thank you, Bill. So here's the thing, is that we all have a unique brand. And a brand is who you are, what you do, and how you can help. And so what I do with the UTA Executive MBA students, the process is not easy. I will tell you, it takes 3+ hours, sometimes longer, sometimes as many 5. I don't really keep track of the time, but it takes a long time. But I work face-to-face with my client, my UTA Executive MBA clients. And what I do is I first help them come up with their top 50 key branding terms. And those terms, Bill, have to be terms that are strategic to their brand. You want to stay away from words like management and leadership. A lot of my CFOs, they just insist, Bill, that we include the term Microsoft Excel in their brand. And for a CFO, it's like, name one person, who's not using a Microsoft product, right? So it's really a fascinating growth process for me and my UTA executive MBA students, in that I help them, I bring out what are their unique talents in their particular niche. If they're an operations person, what is it about them as a what do they want to do with their future? Do they want to eventually become a COO? Are they Lean Six Sigma certified? Are they all about process improvement and optimization? Those kind of things. So I work with my executive MBA students. I help them bring out all of their unique strategic branding terms. And then I place those branding terms in their skill section of their profile. And then, Bill, I create their branding headline where I get 120 characters to tell people who you are, what you do, and how you can help. And that's really important because you see, Bill, so many people have a title and a company name for their brand, and that tells no one, their digital audience, it doesn't tell their digital audience anything about how they can help, or what differentiates you. So I help my UTA executive MBA students create a 120 character brand that tells people within 3 to 5 seconds who they are, what they do, and how they can help. And then from there, Bill, I actually create their summary section, and I write that in first person, because you see, Bill, a LinkedIn profile is strategically different than a CV or than a resume, right? Your resume is written in third person, right? Bill has accomplished this, but your LinkedIn profile, you want to start engaging and building trust with that person before they even meet you. So you want to write your profile in first person. You want to pretend as if you're sitting across from that person and go, hey, Bill, what do you do for a living? And how can you help me? That's kind of what you want. Right. So you want to write that summary section in first person. And so what I do, Bill, to answer your question, is I help my valued UTA executive MBA students come up with their top key branding terms that are strategic to their brand. And then from there, I help them create a branding headline that tells people who they are, what they do, and how they can help within seconds. And then I create the rest of their profile, which is their summary section, which includes not only a 10-second elevator speech at the very beginning, but what I call a CTA at the end, a call to action at the end, which really gets people to try to connect with you, try to have conversation with you, so you can kind of take that digital relationship, if you will, to the next level.
So that's fantastic. I was going to ask, what kind of outcomes have you seen with the approach? That is, some success stories and I'm sure you have many. Sure. Some of the more memorable ones with, pardon me, our own students.
Yeah, absolutely. So I have helped countless UTA. I think I counted it the other day. I think I've worked with 143 UTA executive MBA students. So I'm very honored. But, I remember working one particular year, like, first of all, during the recession. That was very, very rewarding to me because, students, UTA executive MBA students, were working very hard to get their degree. In many cases, they were unemployed. And just time and time again, when they implemented the strategies that I also trained my executive MBA students on, you could just see the results. I could share one testimonial with you after another about how on a consistent basis, Bill, all of my students learn more about their brand and how they want to position themselves both online and offline with their digital brand and traditional brand. But at the same time, I think they walk away with the confidence of knowing that when people do see their brand, it says who they are and what they can do for them within seconds. So my success story is I've helped over 100 people, 100 UTA executive MBA students craft a brand that really differentiates them from the competition, that really helps them with that next phase of whatever their career is going to be. Some of them, I've worked with an operational leader. I know I looked him up the other day. I worked with him in 2015. He is now the COO of a major technology company. He was a UTA executive MBA student. And I could give you one example after another of how that whole experience helps my UTA executive MBA students and my clients understand more about themselves, and then take that knowledge and help propel their career to that next level, whatever it may be, whether it's to get a promotion with their existing company, or if it's to just get out of what they're doing now and get into something a different vertical completely. I've seen that happen as well.
So, pardon me. So, what is your mission statement with regards to you personally in BuzzPro, but also how does it relate to a similar mission for our students, our EMBA students?
Yeah. I think in today's digital world, Bill, I think if I can be so bold as to say, with LinkedIn, people don't care about what you want or what you sell or what you do until they figure out how much you care. So I think my personal mission, which has been my mission since 2010, is I help people unconditionally, right? I still give over 100. Last year I gave 133 presentations around the country. I give 3 to 5 presentations a week on average. And I think my personal mission is to continue the quest to just help others, whether they're a UTA executive MBA student, a job seeker, or a CEO of a company that wants to figure out how to use LinkedIn to propel their organization to a whole nother level. My whole goal in life is just to really be almost a servant leader, and to help people unconditionally to understand more about digital media, digital marketing, and LinkedIn. And as far as the mission with my UTA executive MBA students, I love working with UTA executive MBA students. It's Bill, I love it, and I think please talk to any student that you ever come in contact with that has worked with me, and I think that passion resonates. I think they understand that I gave it my all. I had total passion for their success and coming up with a final branding and social selling product that truly helps them get their career to the next level.
Well, Terry, I want to thank you for your time this morning. You've motivated me. I think I'm going to apply for the EMBA program.
Good.
So I can feel all that you're talking about here, because I'm very excited about what you're doing. I hear nothing but good things from our students, and I know they benefit from all that.
Thank you.
So I want to thank you on behalf of myself and Randy and the program for all that you do. So please keep on doing all these great things. Thank you.
And Bill, thank you for your leadership. I've attended some of your events recently with the UTA Executive MBA students. They're outstanding. Thank you so much for all that you do for me and the entire UTA Executive MBA team.
Okay, great. Have a good day now. Take care.
Thank you, Bill.